Have you wondered about living elsewhere after you retire? Well, we have almost daily. As you know, it is not an overnight decision. Hi, this is Gil
and Gene
of Retire There, a podcast about places to consider living in during your retirement. Hey, guess what, folks? I retired!
Oh, my goodness.
This July 2021. I'm so sorry, Gene. I wish you could join me in the freedom, but you have a few more years for that pension.
I don't think you're that sorry.
I am. Can't you tell? We embarked on searching for a new place to move for our retirement. We made a trip to Winter Park, Florida in February of 2020, came home and said, maybe not for us. As we were planning for the next trip, the pandemic arrived. Gene then came up with this brilliant idea of doing a podcast to find out what others are doing. With so many baby boomers retiring, many must be relocating. So why not connect with them and pick their brains? Here's a little background about us. I'm Asian, born in Brazil, and grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn. I'm an engineer turned attorney turned podcaster. Oh man, I'm getting dizzy.
Yes, you are.
Thanks. I recently retired from my job practicing higher education law within a university. No more students, faculty, or staff. Whoa, this is going to be great. I love the college environment, but what do I honestly love even more? Sleeping in, not setting an alarm, staying up all hours, binging crime drama, and silly romantic comedies, developing the podcast, volunteering. Okay, let me stop. More to come, people. More to come. Gene?
I'm not Asian. And as Gil mentioned, I'm not retired. I'm just plain tired.
I'm sorry.
Born and raised in Long Island, New York, a place I've always wanted to leave. We've lived in Brooklyn, New York for many years and have been thinking about our future home. I'm a law librarian working in a court who loves his job, but we're retired by the time we select our ideal location.
Don't know about that.
We've been speaking to folks from all around the country and world who have moved to their dream venues and more. So please stay tuned. And remember, if you know anyone who has moved anywhere for retirement, let us know.
Hola. Today on Retire There, we visit the city of San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic with our guests, Victoria and Donny Chamberland. San Cristobal is a municipality and the capital of the San Cristobal province. It is located near the coast of the Caribbean Sea. It's about 30 kilometers or 19 miles on the DR-2 from Santo Domingo and close to Bajos de Jaina. San Cristobal was founded in the late 16th century, and its nickname is La Ciudad Benemerita, meaning city deserving of grace. You know, Goya Foods has its Dominican Republican offices in San Cristobal, although it is headquartered in Jersey City, New Jersey. Goya manufactures and distributes products from the Spanish, Puerto Rican, Caribbean, Mexican, Cuban, and Central and South American cuisine. In 2020, Forbes ranked Goya Foods as the 377th largest private American company and the largest Hispanic-owned food company in the United States. I'm sure everyone has Goya at home. Right, Gene?
Oh, yeah.
And now a little about our guests.
Donny was born and raised in Panama City, Panama. His family moved to the U.S. when he was 13. Donny moved frequently as he was an Air Force brat. He attended Kabusaki High School in Okinawa, Japan, received his bachelor's in Omaha, Nebraska, and his master's at Liberty University in Virginia. He was with the Air Force for 22 years, wow, and retired this year.
Yay!
Donny's interests include creating content for YouTube, learning a third language, Japanese, traveling and taking care of the new puppy, assisting church, and helping the local community, and sharing the word of God. Victoria was born and raised in San Cristobal, Dominican Republic. She also attended school there. She worked at the Lighthouse Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin, until her recent retirement.
Yay!
Her interests include arts and crafts, baking, cooking, gardening, travel, and she's an active member of the local church and loves to help and support the local community.
Wow, that's great. So guys, welcome to Retire There. Congratulations on your recent retirements, and thank you for your service and all the good work that you both do. You have lived in a number of locations, So please share with us how you decided to retire in San Cristobal.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having us, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So we chose San Cristobal for many reasons, but I would say our top three reasons would be that number one, after much praying about it, we felt led to go there. Number one, foremost. Two, my wife, as you mentioned, is from San Cristobal. So her mother's still here. She's got family here, uncles and aunts and cousins.
Wow.
And three, I would definitely say the cost of living.
Okay.
Cost of living here is affordable, less expensive than the United States, and we're able to retire just with my military pension alone here.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And is your family nearby, or where are they scattered? Or
My parents live in Florida. They are yeah. My parents live in close to Cocoa Beach, Florida, and Rockledge.
Oh, okay.
I also have a brother in the Tampa area.
Oh, also Florida.
A sister in Georgia.
Oh.
And another brother in Wichita, Kansas.
So he's the only really far one.
Yeah. But at least one of your families are where you are, so there's not as much travel, because if both of your families were all over, it'd be a lot more traveling. So good.
Yeah, yes.
And Victoria, when were you last at home? Because you were in the United States, yes, for a number of years?
Like a year before we moved.
Okay.
Like visiting or living?
Just spending time to see family.
We usually come to visit around once a year or every 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So when you do fly, like, where is the airport? Is it nearby, and how far is the distance?
Yeah. So so here in the Dominican Republic, there are about maybe 3 or 4 airports, but the closest to us is called Santo Domingo Airport. Santo Domingo Airport, which is the letters SDQ. It's about a 45 minutes to an hour drive from here.
Is San Cristobal, is that right on the ocean, or is it just near the ocean?
It's close to the ocean. The closest beach to us is about maybe a 20-minute drive to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about a 20-minute drive to the ocean from here.
Okay. What's the topography like? Is it hilly there, or is it flat?
Yeah, there's some mountains. There's a lot of country. There's beach. There's city. So it's a combination of different things. But there are some mountains, yes.
Okay.
But is it, for someone who's elderly, would you say it's a walkable area, or no, because of the hills?
So again, we're not in the middle of the hills. We see hills, but they're far away. We're in a city. It's a busy city. It's not a big city, but it's a busy city. Lots of traffic, pedestrians, businesses, and such.
And is that what you wanted to do in terms of retirement, to live in an active city?
We chose this city because her mom is here.
Right.
That's the primary, number one reason, and the main reason, and maybe even the only reason that we are here is because her mom's here.
Okay.
So, and did you buy a place, or do you rent?
Good question. So when we first got here, and I recommend people who are moving overseas, the same thing is don't buy, rent. So we're currently renting. We rented with a 1-year lease. So we're currently renting right now.
And what's the housing cost like? You said it's less expensive than the U.S., but what's the average, say, 2-bedroom apartment? What can you get that for?
So it all depends on location, location. Our 3-bedroom, 2-story home with a maid's quarter, its own a bathroom. Right now we're paying about $350 a month.
Wow!
Oh my goodness!
Yes, and that's even high for some areas.
Wow!
There's actually areas where you could rent, but way less than that.
Are you saying not to buy because it's more economical to rent?
No, well, what I'm saying is when somebody moves overseas, one of the things that they should do is look at the place first to make sure that that's where they want to live. The country, the city, the neighborhood. And so rent first for a year or so. Check it out. And if you like it, then purchase it if that's what you want to do.
Right. No, I agree. I thought maybe you guys, since you're so familiar with the area, that you already, knew. But you're right. I totally agree with that.
And in your neighborhood, how much can you buy a house for?
Another good, same thing as the rent. Location.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and I were actually just looking at an apartment, a brand new apartment, pre-construction, that they're looking at finishing them up in late next year, starting at $55,000.
Wow. But how many bedrooms is that?
I believe it was definitely 2, maybe 3.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
And how many bathrooms?
I believe at 2.5. Yeah.
Wow.
2.5, yeah.
God, you can live like kings and queens.
You could definitely afford to live here. Now, there are some areas, though, where just like in the States, you have your low, medium, and high. Same thing here. You have the low, medium, and high. It's going to cost you a lot more, too, like U.S. prices. So,
But even though I don't know that you would get all that in the U.S. for $55K.
No.
Right?
I don't think so. We've lived in many states and cities, and no, we haven't seen that price now in the States.
Wow. So what about other things like utilities and what's the cost of that, like electricity and all the other
cell
amenities?
Phones? Is that more or less expensive than the States?
So some things are about the same or more, and some things are less. So I'll give you our example. That's okay. So we don't have central AC here. So that's something that's different than the States. It's not auto. It's an AC unit that you could turn on whenever you want to. But the cost of that is kind of high. So we only turn our AC on at nighttime when we go to sleep.
Okay.
And now too. So with that being said, our average with the AC on normally only at nighttime only, it's around maybe $65, $70 a month average. And that's what the AC only on at nighttime and certain days, but not every time. So I would say to me, that's kind of expensive. We're only nighttime AC.
Sure. And
to me,
what's the weather year round like?
So we're in the Caribbean. So it's summer here pretty much every day is summer pretty much.
Right. Humid, right?
Hot, sunny. Some months hotter than others, like June, July, August are very hot, humid. Now we're in the winter time, so it's 85 instead of 95.
So the coldest it gets is 85, basically.
Well, I think low at nighttime is like maybe 70 for low.
Oh, Gene.
Oh, wow. So cold. Yeah. Is there a rainy season?
Yes, the rainy season goes around May to June, July, at the beginning of July. But last year was raining during November. I don't know if something changed, but during November it was raining almost the whole month.
Wow.
Wow.
I think it's all climate change. So much is weird happening.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just get back a second to the housing costs. What about property tax and things like that? Is it costly to buy land?
Not at all.
No, here, depending on how much you spend on the house, you have to pay taxes. Below an amount that I don't know, you don't have to pay any tax. That is for people from Dominican Republic. I don't know about people from other countries.
Okay. So did you have citizenship there, Victoria?
Yes, she was born there.
I have double citizenship. Yeah.
Okay.
My country allowed you to have double citizenship.
That's great. What about Donny? Did you have to get a residence visa?
It's a great question. No, as of right now, I am not officially a resident of the DR. The DR is very different when it comes to residency here, meaning that if you want to get it, you can, but you don't have to. This is one of the few countries that I know of that allows you to stay here for a long time without being a resident. The only thing is that once you leave the country, if you do leave, then you pay what they call an overstay fee. So let's say, for example, that I stay, say 3 months. Let's say I stay 3 months here. When I leave the airport, I have to pay around maybe $40 as an overstay fee.
Oh, that's nothing. Yeah.
So let's say that I stay here 6 months, then that might go up to maybe $60, for example. As of right now, I'm not a resident yet. Maybe down the road sometime, but right now we're okay just being here, and paying that overstay fee every time I leave the country.
Oh wow!
So that's
interesting.
That is interesting. It's like a tax that.
So that's one way where foreigners like myself can come here and relax without having to worry about residency, lawyers, and all this stuff. They just pay the overstay fee and they come and go as they want.
Okay.
And what about moving there? Did the Department of Defense pay the cost of your moving to Dominican Republic?
Great question again. So they did to an extent. They told me we could pay for your move, but basically only 3,000 pounds worth of your stuff.
Only 3,000 what?
Pounds.
Pounds.
Oh, pounds. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff, though, right? Isn't that a lot of stuff?
That's great. Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff, but we had about 7,000 pounds worth.
Oh my goodness!
What?
So
wait. What's the big items? Not a car, right?
Couch?
No. So we had couches and just a lot of furniture, beds, things like that. So we actually downsized to 3,000 pounds, so we wouldn't have to pay more than what the government.
Oh.
So we sold some things, we donated some things, we gave away some things, and we made the cut. We made the 3,000 pounds.
But if you go over, you have to pay more, right?
They pay out of pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like when you get to the airport. Remember, we were in Hawaii, and one suitcase was 53 pounds, and the other one was 45. And so I said, okay. So I took some out of this one, put it in the other.
The other one.
I went back online. She goes, you're still 1 pound over. I said, you got to be kidding me. So she goes, go back. And then every time you go back, you have to go back the agricultural line to make sure you say, no, I have no food. I have no this, no that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, go back. And finally, the third time, the weight was fine.
Wow. Yeah.
But
crazy.
you don't want to pay an extra $100.
No.
We weigh our luggage before we leave every time.
Yeah.
We weigh it because, that way we don't have to do that.
Yeah. We forgot to bring it.
We forgot to bring the scale. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my husband and our son went inside to watch some basketball games. So I was sitting outside. This is in Hawaii. I was sitting outside, and I never knew about their outdoor. They don't have an indoor airport. When it was time to board,
Big Island.
When it was time to board, I had to lug all the stuff by myself, and that's why it was just crazy. I don't recommend it.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Noted.
We talked about housing. For other things, what's the cost of living? How does it compare to the U.S.?
Okay, so obviously the biggest thing for us was the house.
Mm-hmm.
My brother lives in Tampa, and he rents a house, and he pays around $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
So,
Lord.
Yeah, so housing was definitely a big one, that we could actually come here and retire knowing that, okay, the housing's not going to cost that much. Electricity, again, that's almost like the States. Our monthly water bill is $8 a month.
Whoa.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
What about cell phones?
Yep. So we have a plan, 2 cell phones, not unlimited like the States, but just enough to get us by every month. We pay about $35 a month, $34 a month.
For both of them?
Yes, sir. For both.
That's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
And what about food? What about food, say, supermarkets? Is that the same, or?
It depends on what you buy. If you buy something local or something imported, it all depends. The fruits and vegetables are cheaper here because they're local.
More.
So things like that are very, very affordable. And then if you want to buy the meats on that's still affordable. But anything that's imported, like from the States, it's expensive. So we try not to buy anything from the U.S. anymore.
We do.
We try not to.
We try not to.
Always
But you must have like local farmers markets, right? Or just like nearby farms that you could buy fresh and okay.
Oh, nice.
And that's cheaper. Yeah. So you can eat well.
Much cheaper. And now almost every corner you'll find like a farmer's truck. And they pack their stuff and they go to the streets and they sell their fruits on the streets. And it's very affordable.
How's the food? It must be delicious.
My wife is the best cook in the world. So
all right. Oh, so nice.
Wow.
So nice.
What's your specialty, Victoria?
In my country, we call, the basic meal would be like bandera. How do you say it? Flag. It's like rice, beans, and meat, and some salad. That's the basic meal. Cool. But what I like to do is I cook meat and whatever I feel like, more vegetable than rice. Try to stay more with the vegetable side than rice.
Oh, Donny, you are a lucky man.
Yeah, very lucky.
So he never cooks, Victoria?
Not at all.
Can you take that out from the interview, please?
Leave it there.
Can you guys?
No. She said to leave it there. Now, what about, do you guys have kids?
No kids.
Lucky. So you are really a lucky man.
Yeah, no, we're on a honeymoon. So our kids they're already out and about back in the States.
Oh, see, he does have kids. They have kids. Do they visit often or?
No?
We just been here for around a year. And they had not decided. My older daughter is planning to come
for New Year's.
For New Year's.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. So you have enough room for them, and you have. How's the internet? Is it quick? Because they're going to want.
Great question. So where we currently live, where we're at, internet is not good here in this area. When we move, which is going to be next month because our lease is up, we're going to make sure that we move somewhere where there's high-speed internet.
I mean, I guess you already know from the location, right? Whether the internet is high or the availability.
Yes. Okay. So we didn't do our homework too much here. We like the house, and we didn't think about anything else. Internet, location, and we just said, we'll take it because it was a great price and we liked it.
Yeah.
But we forgot to do more digging to see is there good internet, things like that. So
Right. Well, there's a million things to consider. But what's the internet charges around? Do you know?
yeah, so for us right now, we have a very, very basic, not the fastest in the world. Right now, I think we pay 1,800 pesos, which is about $30, about $30 a month.
That's not bad.
Good, yeah.
That's not bad at all.
But again, it's basic though. So
Okay.
I'd rather have something that's faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that
So-
could be the lag that we're hearing a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. That could be it.
Yeah. I have a
Okay.
question. How's the healthcare in your area? You're in the military, so the military covers your healthcare still, I assume, right?
That's another great question. Wow, all these great questions. I love it.
Right. Right.
So if you do 20 years or more and you retire like myself, you have the option to get something called TRICARE.
Yes. I've heard that.
But for that, being retired, I still have to pay a premium, a yearly premium.
Oh, wow.
May we
Yeah,
ask
so-
what that looks like?
Yeah, so the premium for us, $200 a year for the
That's it?
both of us.
Oh my
it's nothing.
They call it a premium. And so,
Well, yeah.
yeah, but that covers everything, right? Hospital,
No.
doctors.
So that's just to pay for the coverage. Then after that, when you go to the hospital, you have to pay a certain amount, and then they'll cover you once you pass that threshold.
Ah.
But I think it's just an extra $200, I believe, something like that.
Extra what? 100?
200.
200, extra 200.
Oh, that's still nothing. If you
Yeah.
had something serious, I mean,
Yeah, correct.
so are you able to find local doctors easily, or what's that like?
Yeah, for me, he never tried, but we only been to the dentist together.
Mhm.
But for me, it's easily. You just have to go to the doctor and request an appointment. Or some people they just do walk in.
Mm.
You just pay the amount they request. They see you, and everything here for healthcare is
Mhm.
very easy.
And the TRICARE, does that cover dental and eye care?
No,
Oh.
there's not.
Okay.
That's just out of
So we
pocket.
have-
pay for.
Yes. So we have no dental insurance and no eye insurance. I guess I don't know if that's what you call it, eye insurance, but
Mhm.
only medical insurance. So, but it's still affordable. So we went to the dentist a few months ago. We had deep cleaning, regular cleaning, and things like that. And I think we paid for the both of us. I think it was like $90 for both of us.
Wow.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
To
so-
me, I that means that I don't need dental insurance for the time being.
Yeah. And, we hear that from our guests in other countries that certain things that you just pay out of pocket because paying out of pocket is so affordable. For those, in the States, sometimes paying out of pocket is just like, it's major. Yeah.
Correct.
And are you nearby a hospital in San Cristobal? Is it?
Yes, there is.
Mhm.
There's a couple.
There is many clinics that you go, and they have a public hospital that you can go anytime, and they serve you without paying any cent.
No.
No, even a penny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Even for Donnie, who's not a citizen?
I don't know for sure, but I believe if I take him, they will take care of him. Yeah.
You have to say he's my husband.
Yes.
I'll just say, por favor, please, por favor.
Are you speaking in Spanish? Do you both speak Spanish fluently?
Well,
Yeah,
we could hear
see.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay. And do you need to in Dominican Republic?
That's a good question. Another good question.
Oh, stop it. Just stop it.
He said it was good.
I would say yes and no. No and yes. There's a lot. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a lot of expats here from the
Sure.
U.S., from Canada,
Yes.
from Europe,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
and so some of them don't speak Spanish, but they find their English expat community and they stick there. But I would say yes in case if you want to venture out,
Mhm.
if you want to
Sure.
get to know local community,
Yeah.
if you want
Exactly.
to get to know the country, yes. But if
Exactly.
you but you don't have to. But I would say no if you want to just stay within your area. You don't know.
But again, yeah, it's so much better when you know the language. You
Yeah,
get-
because why are you there?
Yeah,
you know
you
what I mean?
get-
To
you
me,
get to really know the
me,
place.
No, to me, you're not getting the benefit
yeah.
to understand the culture,
Yeah.
So
Correct.
so what do you guys do for entertainment? What's available in San Cristobal?
When it's not COVID.
Well,
Yeah.
me personally, I have some hobbies. And I think you mentioned them earlier for the
Mhm.
YouTube channel. So we film a lot. We go sightseeing around the country.
Mhm.
We go and do a resort for us, and then
Oh,
we
wow.
film until we go for us, film for others.
Mhm.
And what's your YouTube channel called?
Victoria plus Donny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have the link in the show notes so people will be able to access
Awesome.
it. Absolutely.
So that's one thing that keeps us busy because videotaping, traveling around the country, editing, that definitely takes some time. You also mentioned I'm learning Japanese, which is true. I'm learning Japanese, so that takes a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
And my third hobby now that we just picked up, he's called Terry. Terry or puppy.
Oh.
Terry the puppy.
I think I know one word, arigato.
Arigato.
Arigato. Oh.
Arigato. That means thank you.
Yes.
Arigato.
So
yes.
I will say to you, muy arigato.
Yeah.
That's called I was gonna say Spanglish. That's not Spanish or English. That's Janglish.
Okay. Well, because many years ago I was born in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yeah, my parents went from China they were coming to the United States, but there was an immigration ban. So they wound up going to Brazil for 8 years.
Wow.
So my mother, my father learned Portuguese, but I was a baby. We came to the United States. I was like 5. So I knew a little, but then we had to speak Chinese at home. My father said, you cannot speak anything but Chinese at home until you're 18. All right.
Wow.
So I went to kindergarten. I spoke to kids in Chinese because I didn't know what.
Wow.
And, but then we came to the United States and then they had 4 more kids. So 3 in Brazil, 4 in America, and there's 7 children. So there's a mix of languages. So I learned Spanish in junior high. So I took about 3 years of Spanish. I thought I could learn Portuguese from the Spanish, but it's very different, right?
No, yeah.
So now I go say, no fala portugués. And that's all I know, that I don't speak.
Oh, wow.
I don't know anything.
So from your YouTube videos, you must know. So what's the things that people like to do a lot of? There's a lot of hiking. People like hiking. I
don't hike right now, but I'm sure there is. A lot of people like to go to the beach. A lot of people, I've seen people ride their bikes, mountain bikes.
Oh,
I've seen people ride ATVs up in the mountains.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
I've seen people go to like lakes and rivers because we are close to. Again, we're close. We're close. We're not at, but we're close to the mountains.
Okay.
Right.
Just adventure. There's a saying here that says the Dominican Republic has it all. That's the saying here. The Dominican Republic has it all, and I don't know if that's all 100% all because I don't think there's snow here, but in other words. There's a lot to find here, a lot to do if you go out and do it.
What about if I wanted to learn how to make ceramics or pottery or glass? Or is there a school, that I can just go to and
take classes?
We don't have that information for real, but I know that there is many people that teach arts and crafts. People, they are very good in art in this country. Very, very good. Very good.
But you're still doing your arts and crafts. I mean, you can go and pick up stuff.
I learn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other entertainment like near you? Is there anything that you can walk to? Theaters, the movies?
No. So right now, San Cristobal is not a big city per se that has movie theaters or malls. But we are only about a 25-minute drive to the capital of Santo Domingo.
Oh, okay. So, I know Santo Domingo. Oh, it has everything, right? So you can...
Domingo has anything. Movie theaters, malls, restaurants, parks, everything. So San Cristobal is a solar city.
So many people have visited Dominican Republic as tourists. And most people love it. You live there now. Can you tell us, and certainly living there is different from being a tourist. Can you tell us how you spend your days usually? I know it's not always the same.
It's going to differ a lot. But for me, again, this is me, like I just mentioned earlier, my Japanese, I'm learning. So today I started, but I couldn't finish because something else came up. I'm always taking videos, always playing with the dog now. We also visit family. We went to visit my mother-in-law just actually today before here. And we told her, we got to go. We got interviews. We got something to do. So she's mad at you guys. She's mad at you.
Tell her we're sorry.
Tell her we're sorry. But listen, when this airs, she'll listen and she'll be like, ooh, they're on the radio.
She's like, well, wait a minute. So it was real then. Okay, I thought you guys were kidding. We visit family a lot. Since my wife's family's here, we do a lot of stops over there, especially my mother-in-law. She likes to get visitors.
That's nice.
That is nice. That is very nice. Family. Because now you get to spend time, and you really don't have to worry about going back to work.
You know what they say, if you're at a job and you die at your job, a month later you're replaced, and nobody remembers you anymore.
Right.
But your family and friends, after you die, they'll miss you forever.
Yeah.
So always remember your family and friends.
Yes.
They're the ones who are going to really take care of you.
Yeah. So, Gene, you really need to retire. Okay.
Soon.
Yeah. I can't wait forever.
I have 3 years left.
He has 3 years, and the clock is just not going fast.
Come on, let's do it.
I should.
I know. Okay. So,
All right. Let me ask. What are some of the pros and cons of living in the Dominican Republic?
Good question. Me or you? Me. All right. So the pros, obviously, we mentioned the cost of living is one, definitely.
Right.
I couldn't afford to retire in the States with my military pension. No way.
Mm-hmm.
Most military members that retire can't retire because the pension is decent, but not a way to live.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Not the way you want to.
Cost of living, definitely. The weather, I love the sun. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see it right now, I got shorts and sandals right now. Shorts and sandals.
Yeah.
So the weather's nice, and just having that climate.
Mm-hmm.
Cons, I miss my Walmart. I'll say that.
Are you serious? You miss Walmart?
A little bit. A little bit.
There are no big box stores there?
There are. I'll say we because I'm here now, but we do have some stores, but the prices are a little bit higher than the U.S.
Oh, wow.
Because they live on an island.
Yeah.
I know. Can you order online?
You can, but it's going to cost you a lot to have it imported and shipped here.
Oh, even Amazon, right?
Well, you can't ship Amazon, but I think they charge like around $3 per pound, I believe.
Oh, wow.
$3 per pound. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Don't buy anything heavy.
Yeah. So we haven't ordered anything from Amazon to save the $3.
Right. And plus, you don't want to go back up to 6,000 pounds of stuff. You don't need it.
No. Well, it's too late. No.
No, because we're trying to get rid of things because we plan to leave New York because it's too cold. We also want to be near nature. Right now, all I hear is noise and my hearing is going. It's so loud. No, seriously, there's no peace, right? So we have so much stuff. I would love to get down to even 6,000 pounds would be amazing.
Yeah. That's what we did. We had a lot of back in. So our last place we lived was in Madison, Wisconsin. That's where my last duty station, and we had a storage with things there, just hanging around, and we realized that we use it or we don't need it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so a lot of our storage, that's what we got rid of. A lot of our storage stuff that we hadn't seen for about a year, 2 years.
We just got out of the storage and brought it to Salvation Army.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
We go to Salvation Army a lot.
Yeah, we go once a week now. I mean, there's some things that it's just hard to get rid of emotionally, I guess. But when you think about it, like I've learned to just take a photo. I don't even go and look at the photo, so I really don't miss it, I guess.
Can't take it with you.
Yeah. Last question. What advice do you guys have for retirees to look forward to, and what do you think of it?
So it's possible to retire at any age. If you want to move overseas like we did, definitely do your research, number one. Two, if you do come to any country, not just the DR, but any country, rent first. Like I mentioned earlier, rent first to make sure that you do are going to like the country, the city, the neighborhood. We rented this house that we liked, but it was rent with the option to buy after the year was up. So now that we don't want to stay here, now we have to move because we don't want to buy it. So definitely do your due diligence, do your research before you rent a nice house, even if it's affordable and very cheap and very nice, and very big. Still do your research to make sure that the water's good, the internet's good, the neighborhood's good, all that. If you like it, then find out in cost of living, where you want to go, and things like that. We actually just purchased a home, actually.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's a pre-construction home. It's going to be ready in about 16 months.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And how is it nearby?
It's about half hour away.
Further away from Santo Domingo?
Yes.
Oh, so your airport ride is going to be like another half an hour.
Don't remind me. Dang it. You reminded me.
No, but I'm sure you love it. So, I mean, so that's why you bought it. Okay.
Yes, we like the city. We like the house. We like the neighborhood. It's closer to the beach. So it seemed peaceful, and it seemed nice. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and you're happy. The two of you look so happy.
Yeah.
I wish our audience could see your faces. A lovely couple. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Participating in our podcast. We'll stay in touch. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Adios. Hasta luego. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you know someone who's relocated for retirement and wishes to share their story with us, please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Our email address is gg@retirethere.com. Our website is retirethere.com, and you may follow us on Twitter @retirethere_. Now, if you've liked our show, please subscribe and rate it in Apple Podcasts. In the meantime, be well.